Ladies and gentlemen, una good evening. This is Dr. Mankota. Today, May the 25th, 2023, and I just want to give una quick update since this coming Saturday, I'm not going able for a broadcast through the TPN simply because I did in California. I did return back Sunday morning, and I go see if we at the return Sunday morning are not tired too much. Maybe by 12 o'clock, I go try for broadcast Sunday afternoon, which is 3 o'clock Eastern time. But I don't know yet. I know one for promise, but I not just one for sit down since um a lot of people then actually depend on the TPN for information and good political analysis every weekend. So, and most importantly, the campaign season don't start. This now the third day today where the campaign they go on, right? So, a lot of people want to know what thing they go on na salon. And as we now all know, we don't begin see political manifestos. They go all over social media. And in order for me for make I able for substitute this Saturday, I want for give una this analysis of the SLPP, the manifesto we them put together, and we all they read them together and try for analyze them. The reason what make I want for do this, as una all remember, every election season, politicians then they come, then they pull promises, then they give what they call manifestos. Within the manifestos, then they na so many promises. At the end of the day, they're not going able for fulfill some of them promises then they. And as citizens of Sierra Leone, we therefore be well aware of the differences between fake and reality. So the APC not pull the new manifesto yet. I think not tomorrow also or today. I don't know who's the way they get for pull up. But as we get hold of we they do the same analysis for make we able for educate una the members the citizens them for let una know whether that the best person for una. Now this na the manifesto for the SLPP. Then call SLPP Big Five Game Changer. Then they highlight 5 points where we they can read and analyze. But let we first go up for let we see who that actually send this manifesto na social media na Twitter. Na no other person but Dr. Kande Kole Yumkela, Honorable Kande Yumkela. And he said today I joined President Bio in Kenema and Darum to launch his manifesto to which the NGC Sierra Leone contributed. Now, our alliance campaign pivots to the agenda for accelerating economic growth and building resilience. Now, Kande Yumkela now input this together. But let we now take a look at the, the 5 points. SLPP Big Five Game Changer. Now, point number one, they say it's about feeding Sierra Leone. Feed Salon, an initiative to boost agricultural productivity to ensure food security and inclusive economic growth. That is the topic of point number one. And then try for explain what in that mean. Let's say His Excellency President's top priority in his second term is for Sierra Leone to be food self-sufficient. The next SLPP government will boost agricultural productivity by increasing investment, which will fuel inclusive economic growth, boost food production, reduce hunger and poverty, creates jobs, and boosts export earnings and build our resilience in the face of climate change. All right. I just want to remind Sierra Leoneans, especially when I would in Africa, when I get for vote. By the way, I get for the in Africa for votes too. So I want for make we remember in 2018, President Bio, this particular agricultural or food security promise was also part of the 2018 manifesto. When I remember, that's why. Well, 5 years later, they don't put them back as a promise. What happened to the first promise? We don't know. Now only God know why they're not able to succeed on that one day. But if they're not able to succeed on food security as they been promised in 2018, before then they come and put them back na their new manifesto, their own explanation to Sierra Leonean people for say, okay, we've been saying that this we want for do, but we're not able for do them because of XYZ, and therefore we want for try and back. But if you just come and just put the same promise we been done promise the Sierra Leonean people that the new manifesto without explanation of the previous promise, that is a deception. And I'm very much angry with recycle politics. That's now one of the problems then where we get as alone recycle politics. Now let we go to point number two. Point number two say human capital development. Nurturing skills for 21st century industry. I. Inclusive economic growth relies on skill and educated human capital. In the next 5 years, the SLPP government will invest in developing the technical and vocational skills required to grow the economy, focusing particularly on creating equal opportunity for women. We will invest in the health system to develop a healthy and capable workforce for a 21st century economy. All right. As una already don't know me, we na somebody we pragmatic, somebody we patriotic. If you do good for the country, I go praise you. If you do bad for the country, I go talk am. I no there for disrespect you as a leader, but I get for tell you say you no do well na this side, you do good na this side. Now this number two, it gets two components, and I want to separate the two components. Let me talk with the first component wey na education, wey they say according to whoever write this, he say it educate it dey try for educate people so then go able forget 21st century um skills, right? In my own opinion, the only national project where the SLPP don't implement from the 2018 manifesto is the free education. And we therefore give them kudos to that. Me in particular, and I don't talk on my TV program so many times saying SLPP, the project where them put in at the free education, now the legacy of President Bio. And any Sierra Leonean way patriotic, I go give them kudos because of this. So many governments don't pass. Tijan Kabakam, Anes Baikurumakam, during the one party states, we all know for say one of the biggest problems for people them na the country na education. Not to for say they no want for put them picking at school, but because of school fees. For some of we will grow up na Sierra Leone, go school na Sierra Leone from primary to secondary school. We been get friends them, where some of them friends then they will be even admire them. We be intelligent too. To be honest with you now, some of we be intelligent, smart. But we get people them back we be intelligence as just like we, We probably some of them they're more smarter than we, but because them common our families, then we poor, we see them people then they get for drop out of school. A very, very terrible. So for the experience where some of we don't see, maybe some of we been lucky enough with people that then get small thing where they may able for pay with school fees. So, but what about the other smart picking them way because of school fees, they're not able to go school. Some of them picking them they if they for being they go school, sometimes now good citizens them. Now citizens then way then they contribute to the development of the country. So the free education where President Bio puts now that country there, now in legacy. And I'm so proud that he implement that. I know some people them, especially people like we. So me in particular, not being they expect say President Bio they even fulfill that promise there, because we don't see so many politicians the way then they come, them promise they know they fulfill. But for that one day, I think say we get for give them kudos. Now coming to the health system, when are the second component of this particular point, ladies and gentlemen, it is practically impossible for President Bio for come in second time if the people of Sierra Leone still want for renew the contract where it been signed with them for say then they can do develop a healthcare system. It's not possible. I don't think it's possible. And I will tell you now why it's not possible at the end of this analysis. Now we dey go to the third one. The third one is youth employment scheme. This is very, very important. A presidential initiative to create 500,000 jobs for the youth in 5 years. Really? 500,000 jobs for the youth in 5 years. This is just the youth. Okay, this is the youth only. Now, let me read before even I make my analysis on this or my opinion. Yes, is a presidential initiative to harness the energy of Sierra Leone's youth by creating 500,000 jobs in the next 5 years. These jobs will include skills and unskilled long-term and seasonal jobs across all sectors. This will be done by providing incentives to the private sector to hire, train, and upskill, especially young women and girls. You see, this now the problem we I get with certain politicians them as alone. They not sabi even lie. Wait and see then they lie terribly. Now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hand up if you believe say President Bio go able for create a scheme where they uh employ 500,000 jobs NASA alone in the next 5 years. Put your hand up. Pass na somebody wey want for misleading himself. Now him go believe this type of thing. This is practically impossible. Now let me tell you why this is. In fact, this is very, very transparent lie. You know, let we look back the last 5 years. I go tell una say the last 5 years, President Bio no able for employ 25,000 people that's alone for the last five years. I'm not talking about the one the way he come in metro. I'm talking about the one the way he come and employ. You know, they not reach 25,000. This is for 5 years. And if you are saying you are going to create a scheme where they employ 500,000, 500,000 people, mathematically speaking, this means every month then therefore employ 20,000 people every month. 20,000 people. It is practically impossible. But why the SLPP puts this point na this manifesto. You know why? Because them believe say the Sierra Leoneans they not get long-term memory. Them believe say Sierra Leoneans they not dumb people them, where they're not able to read along the line. But this is a blatant lie. It is not going to happen. Okay? Imagine if you get for win again, now in second term. We know what it means when they say this now your second term. I will talk about that later on. Let's move to the fourth one. The fifth one, I will just left and so, but let we go to the fourth one. In the next 5 years, okay, let me start from revamping the public service architecture, delivery, efficiency, and professionalism. In the next 5 years, the SLPP will continue its mission to fostering a professional and meritocratic public service that is fit for purpose and delivers on its mandate. Our goal is to attract, support, and retain the best and the brightest to serve the people of Sierra Leone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know, when somebody come, he say, if you give me the second chance, I go do X, Y, Z. You as a smart person, what did they do? If they look at the first chance where you get, now it go determine whether you want for give a second chance or not. Now, at the area President Bill they talk about, or the SLPP they talk about meritocratic employment or public service. I don't think so. I don't think so. When President Bill came to power, he meets a well vast um, workforce, well experienced workforce. Some people and don't they now I'm talking about the civil service because I'm probably now this is they talk about. Okay. He meet some people the way don't they now them job for 5, 10, 15, 20, or so even 25 years. These people had wealth of experience in their own jobs. Wetin President Bill can do? He can use a nuclear tool for wipe out the entire um, workforce wey get the experience wey any country need for that country economy for go before. And without they can replace, na people the way they can learn on the job. And why President Bio do this? Not because of meritocracy. No, it was because of compensatory objective. Because there were people wey support President Bio, and he want for compensate them people then they. Now the reason why he can put the one they will get experience na the job, and he can put fresh people the way they not get no idea what's in the go. Now the reason this way the economy don't stall that salon. Now, why I say President Bio practically not go able for fulfill almost all of them promise here where he put so simply because we all know saying if he get for winner in second term. And we know what second term means to African leaders, politicians them. We see them during the time of Tijan Kaba, we see them during the time of Anesbai Koroma, and definitely it's going to happen in President Bio in second term. The second term of any government now, Africa, Sierra Leone in particular, is the government official, they know they focus on trying for deliver the service where they employ them for. The second term is a kind of a grab all term, wherein everybody they try for get in last chance for thief what he get for thief because you know they expect him after that time they done, it go ever go be na a government again. Even if na their own party get for win, e no guarantee say dem go appoint dem kind people dem dey. So na kind of grab all term that one dey. So if a government wan for succeed, e dey succeed through dem first term. Na im a government go able for put all the things dem wey e promise for do. The second term is a kind of a lame dunk term that one dey. So President Bio with all these promises, I no think say e go able for fulfill am. And the most ridiculous among them is number 3, which is trying to create a 500,000 jobs for the youth alone. This is for the youth alone. E no go happen. So make President Bio not try for fool the youth, because this is not going to happen if he win. But until we dey see, not so. If you first time where you get the energy, you get the zeal, you get all the things that way you need for make you able to succeed, you're not able to employ 25,000 people for the past 5 years. A second time when I lame dunk term down there, now you they can promise 500,000, 500,000 employment. That is too ridiculous. So now this I get for give una today, because I believe say una deserve for know the truth and make better judgment. And especially I dey talk to the Sierra Leonean citizens. It doesn't matter wetin na your political affiliations. Wetin I want for make una understand is that vote wey you get for wey you think say na just kind of like a football game where you go play, you kick the ball the way you want am, wey you don you comot there. No, that vote na your life. For the next 5 years, you are putting your life in the hands of people wey you no know, in the hands of people wey wicked, in the hands of people wey they're selfish, in the hands of people wey they no dey talk true. So be wise. Be wise. Vote for the right person. No vote because this na my brother. No vote because this na my Slpp party member or APC party member. Look if a candidate is a candidate wey go able deliver, na a candidate wey you trust, na a candidate wey elect that country dey, na him you dey vote for. And I thank una very much for listening to me. This is Dr. Mankotai again.